What's going on, seniors? It's May 27th, about 9:26 a.m. It's going to be another warm one, I think, today. So stay cool, stay inside if you can. Um, Today, what we're going to do is we're going to go through another good amount of slides. We're going to talk about um, kind of some stuff that revolves around like personal finance with banking, and like including checking and savings accounts, checks, minimum balances, transaction fees, et cetera, et cetera. That's where we're going to go today. We'll only have a couple more of these videos because we'll get pretty far today. We'll get about close to halfway today. Actually, we'll probably get past halfway. All right, so let's just get right into it. We're going to start, and we're going to talk about checking accounts. So a checking account is a bank account that's going to be at your bank or a credit union. Which we'll get to those later too. It's easily accessible. You have easy access to the money that's in that account. Checking accounts usually have been used to when you need to pay bills, or if you're going to write someone a check. That's why it's called a checking account. Like if you have to pay someone, right? A check is given to you by the bank, and you could write down pretty much whatever number you want on a checking account that you have available in your account, and you can pay people through that check piece of paper. Same thing, employers have checkings and savings accounts. They just have theirs like in a business style. So that's what a checking account is. When you get paid through your job, you'll put that money, if you have like direct deposit, is going to go to your checking account. Okay. That's different though than a savings accounts. Saving accounts, the big difference is the money that you put in there, it acquires interest. So let's say you put, let's say you have $10,000 in your savings accounts. The banks will usually use that money to invest or give out loans. And then because they're using your money for those purposes, they're going to pay you interest. The interest is usually really small. It's going to be like 0.0 something percent, sometimes 1%. It's not very much. The other thing that a savings account is usually used for is it's kind of meant for like retirement per se. But in the day and age we're in, no one really uses, unless you're uber rich, no one really can just rely on their savings accounts. And also it's a little less convenient and more limited to what you can do with a checking account. Like you can't write a check out of your savings account. The savings account is a little bit more secure and protected. In the modern day and age, the difference between a checking account and savings account, I don't put a lot of money in my savings account. I think it's better to just invest that money in a portfolio or a mutual fund, because the interest that you earn on a savings account is really little, and you need to grow your money. So put most of it in a mutual fund. Obviously keep a little bit in there for like a rainy day, but invest the majority of your savings would be my advice, especially while you're young. You have nothing to lose. And obviously you got to keep a checking account decently filled. That way you can go ahead and be able to do your business day in, day out. Let's go to debit card. The debit card is the evolution per se of the check. It's that piece of plastic that you've probably seen before. It's a card that's attached to your own checking account. It allows you to withdraw money directly from an ATM. You can also use it to buy things like, tap your card, chip your card, swipe your card. That's a debit card. So if, let's say I go to Rotten Robbie's and I buy like a $2 bag of chips, and I put in my debit card because I'm like, oh, I don't have any cash. So I just put in my debit card. It charges my checking account $2. And that's how that works. So the debit card is really convenient to have. ATMs. ATMs stands for automated teller machine. Pretty much just allows anyone who uses an ATM to remove money from either their checking or their savings. You can find ATMs pretty much everywhere at most convenience stores, a lot of restaurants and things like that. You're going to find ATMs pretty much everywhere. Whenever you use an ATM, there's going to be a fee though. Usually that's how the ATM company makes money. So let's say you withdraw, I don't know, $100. Typically you're going to see ATM fees anywhere from like 3% kind of on the lower end to more like closer to 8 to 10%. Like if you're in a place like Vegas where they know people are going to want to go get cash. So just keep in mind, it's not like the ATMs are there for your service. They're a business. They're going to charge you a little bit. So if you pull out $100 and it's a 3% fee, you're going to get your $100, but you're also going to have to pay the bank or the ATM, excuse me, the ATM company $3. Let's go to checks. We've talked about this before, but checks are just connected to your checking account. It's just a little written document, it's a rectangle that acts as a payment towards a vendor. Typically, if we were in class, we'd practice writing checks, but obviously we can't do that. So there's plenty of examples you can Google though online to know how to write a check. So just Google it and you'll be fine. And it's pretty simple. You'll put the date in one corner. You'll write who you're writing it out to, the amount, .00. Then you'll put the total. You can read all about how to do it, but it's very easy. And then make sure to sign in the bottom right corners. Always make sure you sign your checks. Otherwise they won't be considered like a document, like a signed document that would be like full guaranteed. So make sure to sign your checks. Check stores. This is like fast cash type of thing, places and businesses. This is a store where a consumer can go when you get their check, and you can get it cash right away. Those are people who are usually like desperate for money. I don't think you should ever use these because they have a lot of hidden fees, and it's just kind of a risky business practice anyways. They have a lot of like hidden fees, and they really target like people who are desperate. So I wouldn't use these businesses, but just in case you ever see them, want to know, that's what it is. Minimum balance. This is every bank and every person is going to be different, but typically banks are going to tell you got to have a minimum balance in your account to keep it open. If you don't have the minimum balance, you'll probably be charged a fee. Again, every bank is different, so it's going to be a little different. I forget when I was first, like what it was when I was at Bank of the West, but it's not much. I think it's like, honestly, Bank of the West might have only been like $1. I forget exactly what it was, but usually it's not big sums of money. I think the bigger end you might hear $100, but it's different from bank to bank. And then last thing here is a transaction fee. This is a fee charged to your account if you withdraw money from an ATM, not in your banking community. That's what I mentioned earlier when the ATMs charge you a fee. Again, it's going to be anywhere from, depending on what you pull out, it's going to charge you a percentage, or it's going to charge you $3 or $8 every time. It just depends on where you go. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's kind of the basics of the very basics of like the checking, savings accounts, ATMs. The next video we're going to do, we'll be talking more about salaries, like income, mortgages. We'll talk about financing, interest, little things like that. We'll eventually get into credit. But there's probably only going to be about 2 more videos. So there'll be one more tomorrow, and then I'll do one next week, and then that'll be that. So with that, let me stop the share. All right, stay cool today and have a good rest of your day.